Hi everyone. I made this video to introduce you to binomial word pairs in English. So what are binomials? Well, binomials are very common and frequently used phrases in English consisting of usually two words linked with the word and or the word or. For example, binomials linked with and include on and off, which means intermittently, peace and quiet, pros and cons. And here are some that are linked with or, all or nothing, now or never, sink or swim. Binomial word pairs are used a great deal by native speakers of English in everyday conversation and are as frequently used as phrasal verbs. If you can start using binomials in your communication, your English will sound so much more advanced. I encourage you to get excited about learning binomial word pairs and make an effort to incorporate them into your everyday conversation. In this video, I will present 20 binomial word pairs for you to get started. First one is bits and pieces. Bits and pieces. This means small individual things. So for example, I just need a few bits and pieces from the supermarket. There are all sorts of bits and pieces in this box. By and large. By and large. This means mostly, generally, with few exceptions. So for example, by and large, I enjoyed my time at school. By and large, the company has been pretty good to me. On and off. On and off. This just means intermittently. So for example, it rained on and off all day. Their relationship has been on and off, and I doubt they will get married. Part and parcel. Part and parcel. This means something that must be done or accepted as part of something else. So for example, working irregular hours is all part and parcel of being a journalist. Being recognized in the street is part and parcel of being a celebrity. Peace and quiet. Peace and quiet. This means a period of calm silence. For example, I would work better if I had some peace and quiet. I'm going home for a bit of peace and quiet. Pros and cons. Pros and cons. This means the positive and negative sides of something. For example, we discuss the pros and cons of going to university. We should all hear the pros and cons of the matter before we make a decision. Safe and sound. Safe and sound. This means safe from danger and free from injury or harm. For example, the missing children were found safe and sound. The rescuers brought the climbers back safe and sound. Sick and tired. Sick and tired. This means to be annoyed or frustrated with something or someone to the point of losing one's temper or patience. For example, I'm sick and tired of your constant complaints. I'm sick and tired of that constant loud noise coming from next door. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. This means brief in duration, especially when referring to an unpleasant task. For example, this morning's meeting was short and sweet. I like the story because it's short and sweet. Neat and tidy. Neat and tidy. This means clean and organized, in a state of good order. For example, everything in the house was neat and tidy. Make sure you leave the room neat and tidy. To wine and dine. To wine and dine. This means to provide someone with a fine meal either at a restaurant or at home. For example, our hosts wined and dined us very well. The town offers many opportunities for wining and dining. Null and void. Null and void. This means not legally valid, having no legal effect. For example, the election was declared null and void. The change in the law makes the previous agreement null and void. Far and wide. Far and wide. This means over a great distance or large area, nearly everywhere. For example, volunteers came from far and wide to help find the missing child. His fame spread far and wide. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. This means in a clear and easily understandable manner. For example, I can hear you loud and clear. The message came through loud and clear. Skin and bones. Skin and bones. This means extremely thin, underweight. For example, look at that horse. It is just skin and bones. She's nothing but skin and bones. Odds and ends. Odds and ends. This means different kinds of things that are usually small and unimportant. So for example, I need to go to the shop to pick up a few odds and ends. I did a few odds and ends in the garden on Saturday. Wear and tear. Wear and tear. This means Damage or depreciation resulting from ordinary use. For example, check the equipment for wear and tear. Allowing for normal wear and tear, a washing machine should last at least 10 years. Ups and downs. Ups and downs. This means good times and bad times. For example, every business has its ups and downs. He stuck by her through all life's ups and downs. Spick and span. Spick and span. This just means clean or spotless. For example, my mother always keeps our house spick and span. Though simply furnished, the rooms were spick and span. Do's and don'ts. The do's and don'ts. This means what you can and cannot do in a particular situation. For example, the booklet lists the do's and don'ts of caring for dogs. Tell me the do's and don'ts of this business.